One more thing before we go to the video. Carolina's number one. You probably already knew that way before you even clicked on the video. So as you looked at the title, today we're going to be ranking NHL teams from worst to best. This is going to take a while. It's not even a while. It's going to take a long time. This is going to be probably my longest video yet. So, what are we doing just talking here and wasting time? Let's get a rank.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
The Rangers, I do not like them at all. The reason why I don't like the Rangers, well, there's no logical explanation that I don't like the Rangers. They are the Rangers, the most annoying team I have ever seen in any sport at all. Rangers fans are the equivalent to your average Philadelphia fan. And some people that I know thought that Philadelphia was going to be at the bottom of this list. And some people are probably editing their comments saying, I bet that Philadelphia is going to be all the way down. Philadelphia is like the most annoying fan base ever. And then you're editing the comment and probably saying, oh, surprising. You see, none of you understand how annoying it is to hear the Rangers every single year saying, we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to win the Stanley Cup. And I know it's probably, and I'm saying this being a hypocrite because I keep on blabbering about the Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup, but honestly, the Rangers are worse than us. The Rangers have never gone close to winning the Stanley Cup besides 2014, 2024, and 2022. And those are the only 3 times in like the span of 2010 to now. Only 3 times they've even gone close, and they fumbled the bag almost every single time. I swear, I just wish they didn't win in 1994 so I could keep on chanting to them 1940 because I honestly want to annoy them more than they annoy me.
I believe I can fly.
The Flyers are next in this list. Is obvious because they're a Philadelphia team, and I don't like Philadelphia teams. I don't like Philadelphia teams for one simple reason, is because their fan base is extremely annoying. And it's not just their fan base, it's their team. They suck. Like, I can't bear to see Philadelphia, one of the worst teams in the NHL East and in the Metropolitan Division. Columbus Crew. Columbus Crew. What am I saying here? Columbus Blue Jackets. They have never won a Stanley Cup or even been near a Stanley Cup ever in their history, and they're in the Metropolitan Division. But they are above Philadelphia Flyers in this list because Philadelphia is annoying, and Philadelphia I cannot bear anymore. I don't like teams that have to suffer and have to go through agonizing pain every single year. I don't like teams like that. I want them to at least have 1 year or 1 year or so, like even a few months in the season to at least have enjoyment in their life.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings go?
Sabres are another thing that another team that is just terrible, and I hate to see them suffer. The Buffalo Sabres haven't been to the playoffs since 2011 and haven't been to the Stanley Cup Final since 1999 and haven't been in the Eastern Conference Final since 2006. I just feel so bad for Buffalo teams, especially this one, because they make Buffalo look extremely bad, and that is not a good thing. And you're lucky that the Bills are carrying this city. Oh, I'm sorry, city.
Okay, back to our Boston newspaper job.
Boston is a team that were terrible this year. And it's not even like they began to be terrible. They fumbled one of the biggest bags in NHL history. from being third place in the Atlantic Division and then going down to the bottom of the Atlantic, just like the Titanic, which honestly kind of sucks. And honestly, I don't feel bad for them because I'm a Carolina fan, and also I don't really like Boston teams that much. I kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, I really don't, because they're that one team that also kind of gets on my nerves. And it's not just because they keep knocking out keep knocking out teams, and they just keep going and going and going and going to every playoffs. It's not just that. It's also because it's Boston. I have no other explanation for teams that are in Boston. If you saw from my previous NHL predictions, of course you would see the Dallas Stars all the way down here. Because, personally me, I don't like Dallas teams because their fan bases are annoying. Especially the Cowboys. The Cowgirls, for my Giants fans that are watching this. And for other teams that are also in the NFC East that are watching this, like the Commanders and the Eagles. I cannot bear to see Dallas knock out Avalanche because Colorado's a good team. And Dallas, no. I don't like them. They're a good team, and I don't like it. Because it's so annoying to see them in a sport that is supposed to be like climate and not climate, cold, kind of like a mixture of cold or like at least where it could stand. And they just took away Minnesota's most favorite team, and Minnesota team right now is doing absolutely terrible. And they're not even a Minnesota team, and they're just a peeny-weeny team. Like, they're average peeny-weeny, like the Mighty Ducks and kind of thing. Dallas, please don't go to the Western Conference Final.
Country roads, take me home.
Nashville Predators I don't have a problem with. It's just that they kind of aggravate me because of how much bad luck they have. The Nashville Predators, especially 2017, they had, the worst luck ever. They went so near and so far into the Stanley Cup playoffs. They beat some of the best teams, even a really good Anaheim Ducks squad. And Forsberg did excellent that season. Now he's an old hag that plays around with the stick and then just shoots the puck straight at the glass. Nashville, you better get your stuff together next season because this season was not good at all. From going in 2024, from going to the playoffs and having a good fight against Vancouver, the seed 1 team in the Pacific Division, from not going to the playoffs and being near teams like the Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks.
Take the mighty giant Kraken.
These are a new team, so I don't really have that big of a problem with them. I just don't know them that well. Teams I don't know well that much, like Utah. The Utah Mammoth is going to be somewhere down this list in the 20s, because I don't know that much about Utah to put them in a really good place. The same thing with the Krakens. The Krakens are an okay team. They're doing fine. This is the okay section now. This is the C tier section. Before it was D tier. This is C section, by the way. The Kraken is a good team, and Seattle Kraken is a good team, but they're new. I don't really know that much about them. If I made this video in 2017 about Vegas Golden Knights, then I probably wouldn't know what much to say about them either. Just keep going and keep going, Kraken. You did good in 2023. So what happened in last season and this season? Just fell apart. And just didn't know what you were doing. Just come on, please do good. Florida Panthers. I don't like bandwagons. That's why you're all the way down here in C. I don't like teams that are so good enough that they have to have bandwagons and 14-year-old girls on as fans on their team. Like, if you're a hardcore Panthers fan, then you're good. You're good, and I respect that. But if you're like a new fan and you're just going to bandwagon your way and be a fan of the Panthers, then pick another team, like your local team. I mean, yeah, just go to your local team. Even if they are bad, you still gotta support them. The Panthers, honestly, you're so good right now that I kind of miss the before the Stanley Cup Stanley Cup Finals Panthers. I miss the Panthers that used to go to playoffs and actually do a couple of surprises, but get knocked out by a good team. Please get knocked out by Toronto. I am still aggravated by the 2023 season when we got swept by you. I want you to get out of the playoffs. Now.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
The Los Angeles Kings. They are a team that is owned by another team called the Edmonton Oilers. If you don't know the Edmonton Oilers, they are Los Angeles Kings' daddy, in a nutshell. The Kings, they are a team that is good a lot of years. They are a really good team, but they just always find a way for the Edmonton Oilers to just beat them any chance that they get. Even this season, they got knocked out by the Oilers, and they were leading the series 2-0. I knew that Edmonton was going to win at the end of the day. I just knew. But I should have predicted Game 6. Los Angeles is a good team. They won in 2012 against the Devils, and they won in 2014 against the Rangers. Ha! Those two Stanley Cup wins, they're not rigged. Those were fair played. Even though 2012, I was kind of going for the Coyotes to go to the final. I mean, it was still fair. Oh, if you're wondering if the Coyotes still existed, what place would they be? They would be probably 4th. So, there you go. The Sharks are a team that have a very, very, very annoying fan base, but a very, very bad record. It is sad to see the San Jose Sharks, they used to have really good squad and even had Timo Meier on their team, and that could just fumble that much and so much that they had to be, it took them so much losing in regulation, in overtime, in financial, and keeping their players. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Their daddies, the Anaheim Ducks. For them to be this kind of team, a team that will probably never go to the playoffs and have a really big playoff drought, and will probably be like the laughing stock of the NHL, and probably just fall out of existence like the Coyotes. Good luck, Miss San Jose Sharks. Even though you guys are terrible, I still like your jerseys because it's a nice teal blue. Kind of like the Hornets.
Washington, D.C.
Washington is a team that I cannot tolerate. It is not because that we have like a rivalry or anything. The Capitals, I don't like them because not because of that game 2. We are gonna do good in Carolina, trust me. It's not because of my game 2. It is also because they're a team that, of course, I like DC teams. I feel like they're doing good for the Capital, unless if you're DC United. And unless if you're DC United or the Wizards, you're doing good for you in the capital of the United States. But the Washington Capitals in general are annoying. Not the fan base. The fan base is good. It's just Ovechkin, man. Ovechkin. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he broke one of my favorite players of all time, Wayne Gretzky's record. And Capitals, we're winning in Game 6. Myth is a team that is okay to me because they're a new team. They just formed this season, so I can't hate that much about them. They're a pretty good team, and I respect that they're a pretty good team. But it is the way how they treated the Arizona Coyotes. You should have kept them in the league. But Mammoth is a good name. At least they didn't go with Utah Hockey Club. There's not that much more to say. It's because they're a new team. Utah Mammoth, do at least okay. And do the Coyotes a favor. Do what they didn't do. Go to the final. Yes, I could tolerate. This is the section. This is B tier. So these are teams that, honestly, in my opinion, are kind of mid. Like, they're okay. These teams I could tolerate. These teams I don't mind seeing in the playoffs. And these teams in general, I could see myself being a fan of them. If the Carolina Hurricanes or the top 5 didn't exist. If my top 5 didn't exist. The Jets are pretty good, but it's just a franchise history that kind of makes me kind of sad for them. They originally used to be their own team, and then they moved to Phoenix, and then Atlanta came along in 2011 to move to Winnipeg to reform the Jets, and the Jets afterwards were kind of okay, but they didn't really do anything. They didn't do that much good stuff, because they're kind of, how can I say this? They're good this season, but we kind of all know what happens to teams that win the President's Trophy. They kind of tend to not make the playoff. No, not the playoffs. I'm sorry. Not make the final, per se. All I could say, Winnipeg, is good luck.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines.
I'll go Indians. The Chicago Blackhawks. I'm sorry. The Chicago Blackhawks are a team that I think are fine. They deserved those few trophies in 2010, 2013, and 2015 because they had Patrick Kane. Kane is a monster, and Detroit isn't really doing him well this season, that's for sure. But the Blackhawks are a good team in my opinion. They're a good team. I don't know how long ago they've been in the playoffs for, but The Chicago Blackhawks, they're a good team. I like teams from Chicago. Teams from Chicago are actually pretty good. And all I could say is, well, I'm sorry for how I'm mistaking you for Indians, and also, Blackhawks fans, just remember, you guys are doing fine. There's no need to switch teams. According to the NHL, one of the worst teams in the Metropolitan Division, the Columbus Blue Jackets, with their little alien as a mascot. Why am I talking? Our mascot is a whole pig. But the Columbus Blue Jackets, I actually don't know why they're called the Blue Jackets. I heard that they're called the Blue Jackets because, like, the Union, like the Union in the Civil War. No wonder why they have a cannon in their horn. Actually, the music in the goal horn was actually in the little jingle there. The Columbus Blue Jackets, the reason why I like Columbus Blue Jackets is because I like teams, and teams from Ohio play actually pretty good. But this one really doesn't, I would say. And all I could say is that I really feel bad for them. They were this close to making it to the playoffs this season, but it didn't even matter at the end of the day. All I could say is that Columbus, if you do good like that next season, then for sure you're getting third seed. But you'll probably get knocked out by us because we're always seed 2 or seed 1. So, Columbus Blue Jackets fans, your mascot looks nice. Your atmosphere is amazing. The goal horn is one of my favorites. It's like, for me, if I ranked goal horns, it would be number 2. Just keep on doing what you're doing, Blue Jackets. You're awesome. I could say that. You guys are awesome.
All right, boys, prepare yourselves. We're about to enter French Canada.
French Canada?
Montreal Canadiens, the oldest team in the NHL right now. Why am I saying right now? The oldest team, one of the oldest teams in the NHL. They've been to 35 finals the entire NHL history. Hopefully not more. Hopefully not more. I don't want to see them again in the final. No hate. But I want new teams, honestly. I don't want to see the Montreal Canadiens and like teams like Tampa Bay or Florida or Edmonton or Dallas or the Penguins going to the final almost every single time. It would have been cool to see Arizona, but I'm getting off topic. I got so off topic that I don't even know what team I'm talking about. The Canadiens, yes. The Canadiens are a good team. This season they didn't do terrible. They actually took away dreams for Columbus to go to the playoffs, and they while beating my team to make it to the playoffs, and then it was just for nothing. Even though they put up a little bit of a good fight, like this much of a good fight. The Devils against us had something like this. Canada and the Canadians had something like this. Not even like this. Montreal Canadiens, you guys are getting pretty old. You guys are doing pretty well so far, so hopefully you do a little bit better as the years go by. So, have that. Calgary Flames. I like them. It's not because of their jersey or their logo or their horn or just in general that they're like really cool. They're like really cool. They're like such a cool team. I don't know why. It's the Flames. How could you not like the Flames unless if you're like an Oilers fan? The Calgary Flames are like really cool and like honestly, I can't explain more. But there is more teams that are a little bit better than the Flames. all I could say is that the Flames, I feel like you guys should have been in the playoffs because honestly, I didn't really like seeing Minnesota in the playoffs, and also I wanted to see more Canadian teams in the playoffs. So it could be like an all-out Canadian battle. It would have been cool to see. Some of you gotta agree with me that it would have been cool to see an all-out Canadian playoffs. Oh, it would have been cool. Please tell me you agree with me. The Calgary Flames this season were pretty good. Hopefully they get better because they're a good team and I would actually want to see them in the playoffs.
Minnesota!
Boy, wild. You're wild. That's a terrible joke. Minnesota Wild. I kind of wish that you guys kept North Stars and the North Star. Minnesota North Star just sounds better. But Minnesota Wild, you guys are okay, in my opinion. This is like still like the mid teams. But Minnesota, you guys are a little bit too meh that I can't find a reason why you're over here. So I'm just gonna stop here.
They took all my baby, oh my.
The Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers are a team that own the Los Angeles Kings. The Edmonton Oilers are a team last season they came back from a 3-0 lead series. Was it 3-0? Yeah, it was 3-0 series for Florida. Then got it to game 7, and then fumbled the bag in game 7 in a Stanley Cup final. Again, to a team from the south of the United States. Edmonton Oilers are a good team. They've gone to a lot of playoffs. And yeah, the Edmonton Oilers are a pretty good team. And honestly, Connor McDavid is doing really good for the Oilers. And honestly, I feel like he should have won at least a Stanley Cup during this period. If they win the Stanley Cup this year, I honestly wouldn't mind. I would love to see the Oilers win a Stanley Cup again. Not because because I like Wayne Gretzky. It's not because of that. Just remember, it's not because of that. The Islanders. If YouTube was around in the 80s and I did my prediction video there, I would have put you guys, because honestly, it's amazing how you guys did a not 1, not 2, not 3, but a 4 Stanley Cups in a row in the 80s. But of course, around the mid 1980s, you lost to Wayne Gretzky's Edmonton Oilers. But the Islanders are a good team. Even though we keep knocking them out in playoffs, I still don't mind them. They are a good team. They're just really good. And it's a shame that they didn't really make the playoffs this season. Just keep on doing what you're doing, Islanders. You're supporting a area that not a lot of sporting events are, and some people don't even recognize that it even exists that much, because Long Island is only recognizable for fishing. Or Rangers fans would say that it's known for fish sticks because of the stupid logo you did in the 90s. But just Islanders fans, you guys are okay. Alright? You're okay.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Ottawa Senators are a team that almost got swept by Toronto this season, but avoided it so smoothly. It kind of reminds me of another team. I can't remember right now. But the Ottawa Senators are a pretty good, are like just a good team. In 2017, they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Final, and then this season they finally made it to the playoffs, but just couldn't make it that far, and lost to their their biggest rivals in history, the Toronto Maple Leafs, which we'll get to them later in this video. And just the Senators are a great team, and just I don't know what to say. Like, some of these teams, I don't know what to say about them. They're just really good, or really bad, or really annoying, or really fun. The atmosphere of the Ottawa Senators, they're not annoying, actually. They're very humble, very respectful, and they're, well, not to Toronto fans, but they're very, very fun to be with, and they're very energetic. That's all I gotta say.
Was the knight in shining armor.
The Golden Knights are a team that I just would never expect. From their first season, they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final, but lost, of course, to the Capitals. And then making it to a lot of conference final appearances. And finally, in 2023, they made it to the final. And their winning game in Vegas was like 9-3 for Vegas in Nevada, which is crazy. I'm going for Vegas. Of course, I'm going for Vegas to go to the Western Conference Final again. Again. They didn't go last season, but I'm just saying again in general. The Vegas Golden Knights are a team that I just think that really surprised a lot of people to say, we are a city that deserves teams not because of our weather. The weather has nothing to do with our sports. That's basically what they're saying to your face, And now we are on to the top 10 teams. We've made it so far of talking of random gibberish about a bunch of teams. We are ready to roll, and we will see what are the next teams. If you know what the next teams are, then congratulations, you are extremely smart, or you either just fast forward and then came back here. If you did that, why do you have to do that? If you did that, you have to subscribe now. The St. Louis Blues that never lost at home didn't make it near the round of the next round, which is kind of sad because I really wanted them to knock out Winnipeg, because they were so close also that it kind of upsets me. And that overtime win, now I know how it feels to lose in the second overtime. Devils fans, I am looking at you. In your face. Anyway, I just think that the St. Louis Blues are a good team. They came back strong in the NHL, and they just did pretty good. And I guess they just got 2019 installed into their mind, and I thought they were going to win the Stanley Cup. But I just guess not.
Los pingüinos me la van a mascar.
This is a city in Pennsylvania that I actually don't mind their sports teams, except the Pirates. The Pirates suck. But the Penguins are a good team. I really liked them when they went back-to-back Stanley Cup back-to-back Stanley Cup wins. They just had incredible 2 seasons in their history. It wasn't the first time it was back-to-back. Also in the 90s, Pittsburgh went back-to-back. Pittsburgh is a good team. I honestly think that I would see a lot of people in Pennsylvania be more of a Penguins fan than anything else. Because the Flyers suck.
Take him to Detroit.
Now this is a hardcore hockey, sports industry. The Detroit Red Wings are an old team in the NHL, and they are like so how can I put this? So hardcore fans and really violent players and a violent rivalry with Colorado Avalanche. And that they were in their culture just throwing octopuses onto the ice. It's kind of fun to see that, honestly. If they would go up against the against Seattle Kraken, and score a hat trick, I would love to see them just throw octopuses onto the thing. Even though they're called Kraken is still kind of mixed into octopuses. What am I talking about? The Detroit Red Wings are a team that are really good. I honestly wouldn't mind if I saw them in the playoffs for the first time since who knows long. The Detroit Red Wings are a really good team. I would love to see them again in the playoffs. It's just, I guess, not time yet. A team that is actually good that is in Florida, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning is a good team, and they went back to back in 2020 and 2021. In 2020, I guess it was I guess so. They won in 2020, so sure. 2021 they actually played their butt off, so they did deserve that fair and square. And then it's Tampa Bay Lightning. They're a really good team. The Bolts fans out there, they're fun and they're funny also. And they're pretty fun to hang out with. And it's the best team in Florida. Better than the Panthers, because the Panthers no Panthers. Tampa Bay, even though you got knocked out, you still got next season. I bet that next season will be a thriller.
You guys say Colorado.
Colorado Avalanche is a really, really fun team, in my personal opinion. It's not just because of the rivalry. It's not just because it's a Colorado team. It's not because of the name. It is the fan base, the atmosphere, the loyalty, and the jersey color. Also, it's a nice shade of purple, or violet. It's more of a violet and not purple. Colorado Avalanche is a good team. They should have won against Dallas, but it's hockey. Come on, it's unpredictable. Colorado Avalanche have won 3 Stanley Cups, the same amount as Jersey and Tampa Bay. And Colorado Avalanche, it's a great team. How could you not like them? I mean, some can not like them for obvious reasons, like Detroit or the Stars. But I like them. They're good. They're great. They're a good team in the Central Division.
Learn to appreciate. Never underestimate.
Toronto Maple Leafs are a team that are gonna win the Stanley Cup this season. I'm kidding. It's not just because I put that's not the reason I put them in 5th. The reason I put them in 5th is because it's Toronto. It's like a team that is truly the Canadian team, and is like, well, of course the Canadians are better than Toronto trophy wise, but in my opinion, Toronto is really good, and I just want to see them continue on with their road into the Stanley Cup final. Toronto are a great team. They deserve a lot more than what they are given. So Toronto, do what you got to do out there.
Canada on strike from Vancouver.
Vancouver is a city that is beautiful, and a city that is home to the Canucks and the Whitecaps. The Whitecaps in the MLS are actually doing really good. Check the standings. I'm not kidding. But back to the Canucks. The Canucks are a team that, oh my gosh, they should have won a Stanley Cup at least once. They gotta win a Stanley Cup at least once. In 2011, they had the biggest chance of their lifetime. In 1994, they had the biggest chance of their lifetime. So many endless finals that they could have won. In the 80s, in the 90s, when they had that beautiful logo, it was black and yellow and red, just like the German flag. And it was skates. It was like, what am I talking about right now? The Canucks, I just love Vancouver, the city. And the Canucks are just beautiful. Their logo of the killer whale in the sea is just incredible. And just so much emphasis and so much effort into what they do outside and inside the arena. Keep going, Vancouver. You're doing amazing.
But I told you, it's just a Jersey thing.
It's just a New Jersey thing to only have one team that supports New Jersey. It's a Jersey thing to win 3 Stanley Cups. One in 1995 against Detroit Red Wings and being literally sweeping the series. And then 2000, where you got in Game 6 against the Dallas Stars. And in 2003, where you went up against the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, and then won in Game 7. It's just a Jersey thing to get knocked out by the Carolina Hurricanes in the playoffs for the second time this decade. It's a Jersey thing to be in top 3. It's a Jersey thing to be really fun. And hold on a second. Where is it at? Probably like all the way at the bottom. Let me find. That's such a big pile. Is this it? Oh. Oh shoot, I gotta pick that up. This is taking so long, I'm so sorry. And it just so happens, it's a Jersey thing for me to have a jersey of you with a player that was injured. It's just a Jersey thing to be knocked out by your daddies. We are your daddies. Honestly, we are your daddies. There's no shame and no other way to explain it. We are your daddies. We are your daddies. The Carolina Hurricanes. What other way is there to say? It's a Jersey thing.
From Walt Disney Pictures.
The Anaheim Ducks. I love the Ducks. I love the Mighty Ducks. All 3 of them. I loved it. Those were so good, such good movies. And the NHL bringing it into the league with the beautiful, beautiful jerseys and logo. I just loved it. The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim were such a brilliant name. And I mean, sure, they changed the Anaheim Ducks and then won in 2007. And right now they're not doing the best. But the Ducks are the Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks. And right now they're also really good with their beautiful orange logo. Like, they brought back that beautiful logo and restyled it. They have such a nice orange, nice black, orange, and white, kind of like Nemo. And just it's just the Mighty Ducks. They are the Ducks. The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
This, of course, you would all find number 1. The Carolina Hurricanes. What other way to say it? What other way for me to say it? The Carolina Hurricanes are just the best team ever in the history of the NHL. We are just the best team ever. We're gonna just do so good every single playoffs. We're gonna make it next season. We're gonna make it the season afterwards. We're just gonna make a lot of things, and we're gonna just make history after history after history. The Carolina Hurricanes, I love you guys. I love my Canes. We are just beautiful North Carolina. And it is just the Carolina Hurricanes. I have no words, no explanation, just to say that we are the best team ever in the NHL. There is no other way to say it. You can disagree with me or not. It's just my opinion that the Hurricanes are just my beloved team. I've been loyal to them for so long, and now that they're doing amazing, they've been going to countless playoffs. How could you not blame me to love them so much and to just be happy for them? It's the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes are a beautiful team, a beautiful atmosphere, the loudest house in the NHL. This is the Carolina Hurricanes. Good luck, all of you teams, next season. Good luck to the 8 teams right now that are in the playoffs. Let's go, Canes. Canes, I believe in you. You got this. I predicted that because that is my unbiased opinion. The Carolina Hurricanes just march on. Take the capital. Take Canada and take Toronto and defeat the Knights. Just win the Stanley Cup. I believe in you guys. You are the only Carolina team so far that has given me so much hope, so much excitement, besides Charlotte FC. Giving me so much hope, giving me so much enlightenment, so much brightness. I just can't say any more words than these 3 words. Let's go, Canes. This was my prediction. I'm sorry that I went so dramatic there, like an Irishman. This was really fun. If you guys want me to do this for the MLS or the MLB or the NBA or what's the other, NFL, just let me know. Put your own opinions in the comments. This is Buddy Boy signing out.